Good morning, class. Before getting for our first activity, let us pray for a moment. May I ask a student to lead a prayer in front of the class, please? Thank you for leading the prayer. Can I have your seats? Okay, so before we start for our lesson, let me check the attendance first. Ramirez. Okay. Garcia. Fernandez. Okay. Okay, class. So you will encounter these words when you are reading the short story for today. The title of the story for today is Last Leaf. But before reading the story, let's find out more about its author. William Sidney Porter, or known by his pen name O. Henry, was born on September 11, 1862 in Greensboro, North Carolina, U.S., and died on June 5, 1910 in New York. His stories express the effect of coincidence on character through humor, grim or ironic, and often have surprise endings, a device that became identified with his name and caused him critical favor when his vogue had passed. Porter attended a school taught by his aunt and clerked in his uncle's drugstore. In 1882, he went to Texas, where he worked on a ranch, in a general land office, and later as teller in the First National Bank in Austin. He began writing sketches at about the time of his marriage to Ethel Estes in 1887, and in 1894, he started a humorous weekly, The Rolling Stone. When the venture failed, Porter joined the Houston Post as reporter, columnist, and occasional cartoonist. In January 1902, Henry arrived in New York from December 1903 to January 1906. He produced a story a week for the New York World, writing also for magazines. His first book, Cabbage and Kings, depicted fantastic characters against exotic Honduran backgrounds. Both The 4 Million and The Trimmed Lamp, in which his short story, The Last Leaf, was compiled, explored the lives of the multitude of the New York and their daily routines and searching for romance and adventures. Now, you know the author of the story and his background, and since all of you have read the story at home, we can now proceed to our next activity. In this activity, I will group you into 5, and I will give you a bond paper and a marker, and also I will ask you some questions, and all you have to do is write your answer in a bond paper. Each group will be given 5 seconds only to answer. Each correct is worth 150 points. Is it clear for you? Okay, class, let's start. Okay, what is the title of the story? Correct. The answer is The Last Leaf. Okay, next. How many years had Berman been painting? The correct answer is 40 years. Okay, the next is where was Sue from? Yes, the correct answer is Maine. The next one is where was Chauncey from? The correct answer is Chauncey is from California. Next is who is the author of the story? The correct answer is O. Henry. I also have some questions here that you need to explain. Okay? How would you describe Chansey? Anybody in the class who can answer this question, please? Okay. Okay, thank you for your answer. You may now have your seat. Okay. Chansey was a stubborn girl who has a strong will even though sometimes seems pessimistic. Okay, this one. How would you describe Mr. Pneumonia? Okay. Mr. Pneumonia was a cold old man who touches people. Everyone who was touched became sick. Okay, this one. How would you describe Sue based on a story? Anybody in the class? You can answer this question, please. Okay, thank you. Yes, correct. Sue was a hard-working and caring person. Okay, next. What was Chansey counting? Okay, thank you. Yes, correct. Chansey was counting the remaining leaves on the tree. Okay, next. What was Berman's masterpiece? Okay. Yes, correct. His painting of the tree and the last leaf. Okay, that's also class. Did you enjoy our activity for today? Good, so anyone wants to share the message that is delivered from the story? Very good answer. So anyone wants to share their opinions? Okay, thank you for your answer. You can now have your seat. So, class, before we end, I will give you assignment for you to answer at home. So this will be your assignment. Find at least 5 figures of speech used in the last short story. Provide lines for evidence to back up your argument on why you choose the figure of speech. Are you clear? So thank you for giving me your best attention for today's lesson. Once again, give yourself a big round of applause. That's all for today. Thank you and see you. God bless.